Okay, Rod, a frustrating afternoon here at Weston-super-Mare. What was your assessment of that 0-0 draw this afternoon?
Yeah, it's a really tough game. I thought it was excellent today. I'm not going to take nothing away from my boys. I thought we played to the 90 odd minutes. We just never had the cutting edge today. Just that little bit of luck, a little bit of composure in front of goal. I think probably the best chance when Jeffers has gone round a goalkeeper on another day. He probably wraps that in the bottom corner. But you've got to give credit to Weston-super-Mare. I mean, they've brought in 3 new players this week. Big centre half at the back on loan from Cardiff. They're a decent side. I've always said here is a really, really tough place to come. And when I've been here with previous clubs, it's never been easy for me. So, I think people have to respect that when you go away to Western. I don't think when you look at their league position really sort of gives you a true reflection on where they are. And also it respects how tough this division is, because we played a team today that's second from bottom. Yeah, they're fighting for their lives, but they're a good side. They've got some really, really decent players. So, and obviously the management know what they're doing. So, I can see them getting out of it, because I think they're a good side. If you'd have said to me, do you think they'd go down? I'd say to you, no, I don't. So, we knew today was going to be tough. Obviously, we've got no Churchy, and obviously we've got a little bit of a problem with one of the signings at the moment. So, we've had to come here. We've sold a couple of players, so we're not quite firing on all cylinders. But I've got to be honest, I thought some of us today was excellent. Danny Blanchett's been ill all week with a neurovirus. And I've got to be fair, I thought Youngie went in there today and I thought he was outstanding. Considering he's a right back and played left back, I thought he was tremendous. I thought the back four was excellent. We looked composed. We looked like we were strong in one-on-one situations. I thought we won our headers. I thought we defended well. And I thought the 2 boys in there, that pitch is really solid. It's quite hard out there. And it probably weren't a widest pitch today, because if you probably look at where we probably lacked today, it was probably out wide. We never really created enough down the sides, but I thought the 2 in there, they had to work hard. I thought Jeffers, up top, really, really ran his socks off. Elliott got into the game a little bit, but I felt he was a little bit too deep in the first half, playing like a midfielder. We tried to address that at half time. But overall, I don't know what your views are, but this is a tough league. And there is no give-me's, and that proved that today, that we've had to work hard. And I think we were the better side. I'm not going to say that, because I don't think really second half they really caused us any problems at all. I felt first half was probably even, second half I thought we were the better side. But as I say, we've still got to score goals to go and win the game, and unfortunately today was probably a little bit luckless in front of goal, but nothing really fell for us. I mean, Ainsley's yet again had an header off the line. We've had the Sean Jeffers one when he's rounded the keeper, and we've had a few other bits and pieces in there that we might have been lucky to score. But no, I've got to say that coming away from here, it's a long journey for the boys, and you have to sort of sometimes say, well, this could be a bit of an awkward one. But overall, credit to Weston. I thought we were the better side, slightly shaded it, but the scoreline is 0-0, and you don't normally get too many 0-0s in this division. So I've got to say well done to the boys, and we've got to look forward to the Christmas period now.
It was an unlucky afternoon in front of goal, but at the back, a second clean sheet in a row. You must be really delighted with your defence's turnaround after giving away some sloppy goals in recent games.
Yeah, I think Ainsley today, has had one of his better games for us, and I think Bushy, listen, people have always said to me how good Bushy is, and I think over the last few weeks you're starting to see that. I think he has taken a lot of chances, but at the moment, yet again, he's still kept his ratio up of picking up yellow cards, which is just a problem that he can only resolve. Because for me, it's just stupidness. But when you look at what he's got in his locker as a footballer, I think he's been outstanding. How people can, some of them, question, or maybe some of your centre-halves last year were better than Christian Bush. I can't see it. But I was pleased with Ashley Miller. I thought he had a great game today, Ash. I thought Youngie had a great game, Ainsley. I thought the 2 midfielders had to work hard, had to do 90 minutes out there today, because obviously we had Frankie on the bench, but we were struggling a little bit. Max Porter's gone down with an injury. So when you look at Porter, Churchy, Mickey Splain, once we get that sorted out, there's been a lot of players that have not been available. Danny Blanchett today. So we've had to come away with a little bit of depleted side. We had no other options. What we had on the bench today was literally Chelmsford, other than Harry Morgan and Hugo that's injured. So, that's where we are. We know that. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. I think that's probably what we've lost 4 games in 25, 26 or whatever. I bet when you've come here before, you've been beaten. And I've got to say, sometimes you have to respect the point. And today, that is what we had to do. We respect the point. If we'd have come away with 3, I'd be standing here now. And, obviously I'd be looking forward to Christmas a little bit better. But, we've got to take away the point away from home. Bishop Stortford now at our place on Boxing Day. But you know, we'll come good again, and I'm sure sooner or later we'll try and get some wins behind us to push us back into this playoff situation. But if you'd have said to me probably on the coach today, knowing that I had quite a few missing and whatever, would you have took a point? I probably wouldn't have said, you know, no. I'd have probably been respected the point and been quite happy that we haven't been beaten.
You go into back-to-back games now against Bishop Stortford on Boxing Day and New Year's Day. It's your former club. In the dugout of Bishop Stortford is Mark Hawkes, who was our manager last season, so roles reversed. It would be an interesting couple of ties against your former side.
I don't think they've got to worry about Chelmsford. I think they've just got to worry about getting points, you know, wherever they can. Obviously, we're worried about getting points for different reasons, because we obviously want to try and have a good go at this playoffs, but they've got a different headache on their hands, and I believe they've been beat today 4-0 against Emma Hempstead. So, you know, that's not going to put them in good stead, but I think if they come and they just occupy themselves on 2 games of the season, I think that could be a problem for them, because I think they've got to look at how many games they've got and how many points they need, because just beating Chelmsford or drawing with Chelmsford is not going to be enough for them to survive this league. So I think hopefully that they're you know, they've been around long enough to realise that it's not the next 2 games they've got to worry about, it's what happens after that as well. So we're just going to it as a normal game. As far as I'm concerned, my time at Stortford, I've got no regrets there. I got on fantastic with all the board, mainly John Turner obviously, and the supporters were brilliant for me. So I don't have no issues with that. Personally, do I want them to go down? No, I don't, because I spent 4.5 years keeping that club up. But that's not my worry now. My worry is Chelmsford City, and I'll be taking that game same as I took today's game. And hopefully on Bank Holiday Monday, hopefully we might be a bit more ruthless in front of goal, and there may be 1 or 2 coming in before that. So, you know, let's see what happens. But I want to concentrate on today. I'm sure the 2 games against Stortford to take care of themselves. And I would like to wish everybody at Chelmsford a fantastic Christmas. And yet again, our supporters are unbelievable. Whatever we've brought here today, week up to Christmas, all I can say is, fellas, we will get it right. We will get you a Christmas present, whether it's going to be this year or next year. But we're going in the right direction. And as long as Chelmsford City supporters believe in us and keep coming out on days like today, which is a long journey, no doubt. Some of them have got it in the ear roll because the missus probably wanted to do the final bits and pieces for Christmas. But, you know, they're proper supporters, like yourselves, guys. They're proper supporters, and that's what we're here for. We're here to try and take the club forward. I've got a fantastic board behind us. The club are doing everything they can to get us in the right areas off the park. So eventually this is going to be as big as everybody tells me Chelmsford is. One day you're going to be able to see it happen. But as I say, I know that some of the results, Maidenhead are flying, and you know what Devs is doing over there, it's very similar to what I'd done when I won the league at Braintree. And you know, when you're on that momentum, that's going to be very tough to break. But we've got different things to play for. Still in the trophy, still in the Essex Senior Cup, and we'll still keep knocking on the door. We've still got half a season yet. So many points to play for. But hopefully at the end of the season, I'll be sitting here talking to you guys, and maybe you know, we've completed our task.